Hi guys, it's Night Fear, and I'm coming on today to do my FantasyAthon TBR. This readathon is hosted, one of the people that are hosting it is Pages and Pens, and it's going from April 5th to the 15th, and it's all about reading fantasy books. And as you guys know, anybody who's been on my channel knows that I love to read fantasy books. So let's go ahead and get into this. There are 7 prompts. So the first one is read a diverse fantasy. And for this one, I picked Flame in the Mist by Renee Audier. And this is supposed to be a Mulan retelling. Now, there are a lot of people that do not like this book. I know that already. So we'll see how I feel about it. And I just love this cover. Isn't that really pretty? But this is like I said, a Mulan. So it is an Asian inspired. So that's the diverse fantasy that I picked for that. Then we have read a debut or a backlist fantasy. And I picked The Bells. And as far as I know, this is it's Danielle Clayton. And as far as I know, this is her first novel. And this is about a world who the bells can make other people beautiful if they're ugly. And that's about all I know. And on here it says a twisted world, a beautiful power. So I'm excited, and I've been wanting to read this one for a while. And I know the second one, I believe, just came out recently. Yeah, guys, another series, you know me. The third one, start or continue a series. So I'm going to start Fablehaven by Brandon Mull. I don't know anything about this except it's middle grade, and several people have told me to read it, and so I decided this would be the perfect time. I'm also going to read the second book for the Owls, so I'll have at least 2 of these books read and to see if I enjoy these. Then I've got read a hype train fantasy. Now this is kind of a fantasy / sci-fi, so I'm kind of, you know, we're gonna call it fantasy for this. But that is Red Rising by Pierce Brown, and this is about people are living on Mars, and they are in a caste system, and there are different colors, and the main character is a red. And they are, I believe, the lowest class from what I understand from watching people's reviews of this book. And somehow he ends up finding out the truth about the other castes and some things. And I mean, there's like some revolting going on and stuff, I think, and it sounds really good. And so I'm finally going to get to read this, so I'm really, really excited. And a lot of people have been hyping this book for a while, as well as the sequels to it. So I'm excited about reading that one. The next one is Give a Book You Set Aside a Second Chance. I started Graceling by Kristen Kishore. I don't think I read very much of it, but there were some other books at the time that I wanted to read more, and it kind of got put to the side, and then it was due back to the library. I took it back and then never checked it back out. So I thought, looking at my books last year, the ones that I didn't finish, this is one that I thought would fit perfect for this challenge, because I did really want to read it. Like I said, I just, for some reason, some of the other books were just higher priority. So I'm definitely going to try to get to this one because I've heard good things. This one is about a world where people have graces, and our main character has the grace of killing people, I believe, or assassination or something like that, and the king uses her, and so that's the story. So I'm sure it's probably one of those.
Are there other thingies? Other
thingies, what? Graces?
Yeah.
I don't know what they are because I haven't read the book. Oh yeah, Kaylin's here, guys.
Hi.
And this is another series. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is all of the ones on this? Wow. Okay, 5 of the books I'm reading for this are series. Yeah, I really need help, guys. I need a support group. Okay, please stop. Stop reading series until you finish. Anyway, so The next one is read a fantasy in genre format that you don't normally read. I thought, because I don't usually read fantasy and graphic novel, and so when I saw this, for some reason I thought it was a graphic novel, but it's not. But it's still something that I wouldn't normally read. This is the Zombie Survival Guide, Complete Protection from the Living Dead. And this is by Max Brooks, who wrote World War Z, and I've already read World War Z. But this is like, I mean, literally like a manual. So, I mean, it's got numbered things for stuff. And so this is a type of book that I normally wouldn't read. But it's about zombies, and believe it or not, it's actually listed under fantasy, so I'm going with it, and this is the book I'm going to read, and I'm kind of excited, because, you know, I'm all about the zombie books. Oh, and if you guys have any zombie books that you love, put them down below, because I'm always looking for new zombie books, even though right now I'm reading several, and I have several that I'm reading for the Owls, and several series that I need to finish, of course. But I do have a couple series that I have finished that are zombies, so that's good too. So our last challenge or prompt is immerse yourself in a novel by pampering yourself. And so for this one, I'm just going to, you know, get in bed, get cozy, have some nice, a nice wax melt in the, in my candle burner. I'm going to have, you know, low lights, and I'm going to read Rebel of the Sands. And this is by Alwyn Hamilton. And this, I'm also reading for the Owls. And Red Rising, I'm also reading for the Owls. So this one is about a girl who is a gunslinger type girl. And she's either convinced herself that she's either going to be wed or dead. And then she meets a guy, and they escape into the desert, and...
What's a gunslinger?
Somebody who, like in a Western, who shoots things.
Person who
kills things. What?
Like they draw their gun.
Yes.
Take so many paces and they draw.
Kind of.
And they shoot.
But there's also mythical beasts and jinn and that kind of thing. So this is also an Asian-inspired... fantasy book. So, but that's my list of wonderful books that I'm going to be reading. For FantasyAthon. I'm excited for this. I love fantasy books. So if you guys have read any of these, or want to request or want to recommend any other fantasy books that you think I want to read, go ahead and let me know down below. And if I haven't read them, I will check them out and probably add them to my TBR, because my TBR in Overdrive, I think, is about, I don't know, 800-900 books, I'm sure. It's ridiculous. See, and Kaylin's shaking her head. She thinks her mommy's silly. So, but anyway, I will link Pages and Pens video, down below. And there's Kaylin. Anything to say, Kaylin? You haven't said anything lately. That's not saying, that's waving.
Bye.
Alright guys, well, we'll see you later, and remember to always be kind. Bye.
Bye.